In this chapter, I cover a lot of little items. The first one was a small but major upgrade. I didn't realize it until we picked up the bus that it was missing the door switch. I assumed I could just find one and it would work. However, I've come to learn that the switch is specific to the bus, so I had to call the Bluebird dealer and give them my VIN number so they could send me the right switch. One of the important items on my checklist was an oil change. Although this engine hasn't had a lot of miles on it since the oil was changed with the school district, it's still a good idea to change the oil and have peace of mind. I was able to connect with an old friend who happens to be a diesel mechanic and own a diesel shop. I asked him if he would show me how to change the oil and to look over the bus. This was such an amazing feeling to crawl under the bus with a real mechanic that knows what he's talking about. I got to ask every question and he had an answer to all of them. He recommended a few small things like a new dipstick, which I ordered from the local Caterpillar dealer for $73. It is also specific to the engine, so the serial number for the engine was required in order to order it. I wanted to record more of the oil change process, but there really wasn't time for it. We were in and out. Moving on to the inside of the bus, the vinyl floor needs to come up. It's pretty easy to cut and pull up. After the vinyl floor, I had to start removing the plywood floor, the heaters, and the lines that are full of coolant. This actually worked out perfect for timing because I had to move the bus to a different location and I was without power for that time. So I was able to do items that didn't require power, obviously. After that vinyl went in the garbage, I was able to start removing the wood flooring. I had to remove screws, bolts, and nails just to get the plywood floor up. It's been hot. It's been so hot the phone shuts down. And to be honest, I haven't been messing with the camera. I just want to get stuff done. So this whole chapter was shot on an iPhone, and because of that, I missed some key moments like that last pile of dust being removed and the heaters coming out. The rust really wasn't too bad. I was able to use a variety of methods to remove the rust, but the wheel works well if I'm dependent on battery power. Once I was able to hook up the power again, I used the grinders. I'm pretty sure I'm going to hook the lines back up and run it to the front only for the defroster, but the inside Hurry Heat heaters made by Bluebird are now removed. Quick note, I didn't realize I couldn't just drop off coolant at AutoZone or Checker or wherever. So those guys will take your oil and your transmission fluid, but not coolant. So I stored it in a bucket until I could take it to the Hazardous Waste Day sponsored by my city every month. The heaters must come out. These valves allow coolant to flow to and from the heater. One of the things we discovered when picking up the bus and at the diesel shop for the oil change was the rear engine remote start doesn't work. At the time of the oil change, the only thing that functioned was the disable switch. I've come to learn why. After taking it down, I discovered 17 years of Arizona dirt and fine dust that had caked up on the inside. After cleaning this out, everything but the toggle switch worked, so I'll be looking to replace that at some point. When I spoke to the Bluebird dealer, they looked up the part for me. They sell it as a whole unit. The whole black box thing was $1,700, and it was back ordered. I'm going to keep my eyes open for a switch, but for now, the lights work, the disable switch works, and so does the oil pressure gauge. Look at how filthy these light covers were. This is the wire from the heaters. Someone told me after pulling wires, turn the bus on, just in case that last wire you pulled was critical to the engine starting. Yeah, check it out. Last walkthrough, all the boards are up and the rust has started to be removed. Next step will be sealing it and covering the holes. This whole video was really lost. This is a daily that I'd made when I edited it back in the summertime.